Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with another weekly reading vlog. Today is Sunday, it is January the 22nd, and this is for week number 4. So welcome to the vlog, everybody. As I say in the beginning of these, timestamps below if you want to jump ahead to any of the book reviews that I do this week. So I did finish a book about an hour ago, just before I had dinner, but I'm going to sit down and properly talk about it tomorrow. I'm just kind of holding the camera right now. And I don't want to sit here for too long just holding the camera because my arm will get sore. But I just wanted to pop on and say welcome to the vlog. It's a lazy Sunday here, so I've got lazy Sunday hair. Truth be told, I am in my pajamas and it's 8 o'clock at night, but that's okay. I'm going to watch some John Oliver and do some knitting on my blanket. So I think I'm going to turn the camera around, show you guys my blanket, and then I will pop back in tomorrow with a book review and to show you what I'm currently reading. So hold on. So I've not shown you guys the blanket in a while. To be honest, I've only added maybe 1 or 2 squares since Christmas since when I stopped doing Vlogmas around mid-December when I got sick with COVID. I just haven't been picking it up. I've been doing a lot of cross-stitching. So here's the overall of the blanket. For those of you who are new to my channel, this is my sock yarn blanket. So each individual square is knit in. This is the next one I'm going to put in. And they're all like attached as you go. So it's not like I knit the square and then attach it. I literally attach it as I'm knitting it. So this is quite, it's a decent size. Hold on, let me just get the full size out here for you guys to see. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed and hold the camera at the same time. So there is the full size of the blanket right now. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. And yes, I'm wearing penguin pajama pants. Don't judge me. And I'm sitting here with Bernard. He's laying beside me. And like I said, watching a little John Oliver. So anyway, guys, that is my Sunday night. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Quick little update, friends. So here I am working away on my blanket, and someone decided to crawl up on it and claim it in the name of Bernard. He's such a good boy. He's purring away. I hate to move him. As long as he doesn't scratch it, I'm fine with it. Morning, friends. Happy Monday. Today is the 23rd of January, and it is just about 8:30 in the morning. So I drove my husband into work this morning because we did get snow last night, and while the roads were clear, there was a lot of salt on them, and he can't drive his e-bike in the salt because it could wreck the bike. So I ended up driving him into work today, which is fine. And then yeah, so that's the video that you saw just before this clip of the coming up the street. That was literally, there was no one else on the street. It was just me. Yes, I was holding the camera. I know. But just driving up the street just to show, because it looks so pretty with the trees. At least I think so. So yeah, so I went and did that this morning, and now I'm home, showered, dressed, ready to go, having my coffee this morning, and getting ready to head out the door for work. Another work week. I said to my husband last night when we were making dinner, I'm like, how is it Sunday night? What happened to the weekend? Like, it goes by so quick when you've got things to do. It just goes by so quickly. So anyway, as I mentioned in my clip yesterday, I did finish a book yesterday, but I am going to talk about it now. So yesterday I finished reading Death of a Red Hot Rancher by Mimi Granger. This is the first book in the library stickers covering it up. What's the series called? It doesn't say here. I'm sorry, guys. I'll put it right here what the series is called. There's only 2 books so far, but I really, really hope there's going to be more. I am already itching to get to the next book in the series. So, Love is Murder, I think is what it's called. So this is about our main character named Lizzie, and this is a cozy mystery. And Lizzie runs a bookstore in a small town in Ohio called Love Under the Covers, which I love the title of, or the store name. I was joking with my friends on Thursday night when we were in the live sprints here on my channel that I feel like I wrote this book. Like, no joke, I jokingly said, like, Did I have a blank out period of time where I wrote a book and put somebody else's name on it? And not discounting the author. I mean, Mimi Granger, fantastic job. But I could have written this book. This has all of the things I love. It's our main character who owns and runs a bookstore, a romance-centric bookstore. The bookstore sounds delightful. Every single room is for a different, it's like an old converted house. And each room is like a different genre. So there's like the contemporary room, and then the historical room has the fireplace and two wing-back chairs and like an old rug. And, and they're kind of made to look like the books that they're representing, if that makes sense. So there is a guy in town named Brody who is the red hot rancher, and he had grown up in this small town, then went off to Hollywood, and he didn't make a name for himself in movies, but he became quite famous for some truck commercials that he did. So he's back in town, made a ton of money, and then one day, Lizzie is going to drop something off at his ranch. Like, every woman in town is just head over heels for this guy, no matter how old the woman is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody kind of, like, thinks he's good looking, kind of an idea. And she shows up to drop off. Oh, he had bought something in her shop, and he left his credit card there. So she was going to return it, and she found his dead body. So the story goes from there in the mystery aspect of it. But like I was jokingly saying, this has all the things like I love in it. I love the bookstore aspect of it. The fact that she owns and runs a romance bookstore. She kind of comes to head with the librarian in town, because the librarian doesn't think any genre fiction is worth mentioning. Only, true literature like Shakespeare and Austen and blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. So it's a fun dynamic between the two of them. Lizzie lives in the carriage house on her aunt's property. Trying to think of what else, like little tidbits. Oh yeah, so what I think is going to become the male love interest, what I like is that the police, usually in cozy mysteries, our female, like, sleuth, amateur sleuth, usually ends up falling for someone in the police department or some sort of law enforcement officer. The law enforcement guy in town is actually her cousin, so that's not going to work. But it seems like the love interest is going to be a ranger from one of the local parks, but he's kind of starting to work with the law enforcement, the police force in this small town. But what it is that he is a former catcher for a Major League Baseball team. If you guys have been watching me for any length of time, you know I love baseball. Go Red Sox. And for some reason, the only jersey I have from the Red Sox, for anyone else who's a Red Sox fan, is a Veritek jersey. And he was the catcher during their run of World Series wins and stuff like that. So that's the only jersey I have. And it's just so funny that, potentially the love interest is going to be this former pro baseball catcher. And yeah, it's all the things that I love. I gave this 4.5 stars, you guys. I really, really liked it. The thing was, why it didn't get a full 5-star from me is that there was one little aspect of the book that I kind of felt like was a little much for a cozy mystery, but that could have been me reading into it. I don't want to give away what it was, but it has to do with dressing up in a furry costume, and that's all I'm going to say. For anyone else who saw the CSI episode many, 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 many years ago of the guy who shot the guy dressed up like a wolf or something like that, and it's like this whole furries community. In the book, it's kind of explained as cosplay, but in my brain, I can't get that CSI episode out of my head when it comes to things like that. And I'm not here to judge anybody. You do you. But that's what I thought of, and I kind of thought, I don't know if it's kind of like, it seemed a little, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It just didn't jive with the rest of the book. But that was the only thing. It was like one character who kind of has a dealing with that. And, she's embarrassed to admit it, kind of an idea, even though she shouldn't be, each to their own. But, anyway, I don't know if I'm explaining that properly. But that's kind of why it got a 0.5 star knocked off. It seems like a silly thing. But again, when I think of that, I think of that CSI episode. And I'm sure a lot of you probably, if you've watched CSI, you know which one I'm talking about. So, the original series, the Las Vegas series is the one I'm talking about. So anyway, loved it. 4.5 stars. Absolutely recommend it. And I am really, oh yeah, I love his murder mystery. It's right here on the side. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend. I am really looking forward to getting to book number 2. So what am I currently reading? So I am currently reading a historical romance, which is always fun. This is The Wrong Way to Catch a Rake by Lara Temple, a Harlequin historical. It is a brand new release as of this month. It's a January 2023 release. So this one takes place in Venice, which is what really sold me on this one. So from what it sounds like, without giving too much away, our female lead, I'm only 2 chapters in, she is a spy, like an undercover spy, and she's working in Venice. And our male lead is there for the same reason, but at the time, this starts in 1822. And Venice is kind of known as an area of debauchery, if you will, like, you know, gambling and, you know, sinful things, as they would say, you know, for back then. So, you know, den of iniquity, if you will. And that's what a lot of people go to Venice. It's not a holiday just destination where you're going to bring your kiddies. Let's put it like your kids. Let's put it that way. So, it's definitely an adult playground, I guess, from the sounds of it. But anyway, like I said, I'm only a couple chapters into this. I really haven't gotten into the story just yet, but I am enjoying it so far. I like the writing, I love the setting, and I've read this author before, I think, and I really do like her stuff. So if it's the same author I'm thinking of. So that's what I'm currently reading. So that's it, you guys. Happy Monday. I will check in tomorrow and let you guys know how my reading is going, and talk to you then. Bye, everybody. Morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. It is the 24th of January, and it's about 8:15 in the morning, and I am up. I am ready to go for the day, and normally I would be working from home today. However, they're calling for a storm tomorrow. Originally what we heard was, or at least what I heard, was it was going to start on Wednesday afternoon and then go into Thursday. So yesterday my manager's like, come in on Tuesday, like come into the office on Tuesday, and then work from home on Thursday. Well, I looked at the weather this morning, and now they're calling for it to start tomorrow. So what might happen is I might stay home tomorrow, work from home, and then go into the office on Thursday, which is fine by me. I really don't mind going into the office. I just don't want to drive in inclement weather with all the other all the other drivers, because I'm the only one who knows how to drive in the snow. That is my personal theory. Argue me in the comments. But no, it's never like, no, I'm not worried about how I can drive. I'm worried about how other people drive. So anyway, and then it just makes for a really long drive into work. So anyway, stay tuned for more exciting weather discussions here on the vlog. So yesterday was not a great reading day. I only got like 20 pages read, you guys. I still read. My goal is to read a little bit every single day, no matter how busy I am. And if I get a couple chapters in, even on a really busy day, I'm super happy about that. And that was yesterday. Today's shaping up to be another crazy busy day. So I'm glad I'm going to kind of be in the office, less distraction. Surprisingly, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm more distracted going into the office. I'm like, no. I just plug my headphone in and I listen to music, and it's like, leave me alone. Let me do my work. So anyway, I am still reading. So I've got the selfie stick out now. I'm being all fancy. I am still reading. Oops, maybe not so fancy. The Wrong Way to Catch a Rake by Lara Temple. I'm about 4 chapters in at this 4 or 5, and I am still really enjoying it. So yeah, I hope we shall see if I can get this done tomorrow would be my goal. If I can get through most of the stuff I have to do today, the admin type stuff, and if I can work from home tomorrow, that'll be a bonus. So yeah, we shall see. Anyway, guys, that is it. I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Hi BookTube! Happy Saturday! So this vlog has been a bit of a hot mess. So yeah, I mean, is anybody surprised? No, because they've been like this for the last few weeks. So I am sitting in a parking lot right now. My husband went into work today. It is Saturday. It's the 28th of January. My husband didn't go into work today for about 4 or 5 hours just to get some stuff done because it's month end and they're really busy. And I went out and I got my nails done this morning, and then I went to the library, and now I've got like less than half an hour before I have to pick him up, and I'm like, there's no point in me going home. So I might as well just go and sit somewhere, and I thought I would use that time to talk to you guys because I haven't talked to you in days. Since the last time I checked in with the vlog, I have finished 3 books. 3 books, you guys. So this week, like I said, has been a bit of a hot mess. Work has been ridiculously busy, which is great, but it leaves me A, pretty tired, and B, not a lot of extra time to, get any vlog stuff done. But the other problem this week, because this week was a mess, was because of the snow. I don't know if you can see the snowbanks behind me. They're calling for more tonight. But we got hit with a snowstorm on Wednesday. I think there's clips just before this of the snow starting on Wednesday, and then snow I showed you guys yesterday morning when I was leaving the house. So yeah, we got like 30 centimeters, which I think is like 12-ish inches or something like that. But anyway, so I'm sitting in a parking lot and I'm watching people. So anyway, my normal day to work from home are Tuesdays. But because of the storm, I opted to work from home on Wednesday because the storm wasn't supposed to start till later on Wednesday, which I'm glad I did because that's exactly what happened. And then I ended up going into work on Thursday and Friday because those are my 9 to 5 days. So my 9 to 5 days, I don't generally have a lot of time to chat with you guys anyway. So yeah, so that was that. That kind of messed things up this week as well. And I've mentioned this before on the vlog, and you guys know if you've been watching me a while, I don't like change. If I'm in a routine, I want to keep that routine, but I mean, the storm changed things and stuff like that. So anyway, it's winter. I need to learn to roll with the punches. So like I said, since the last time I talked to you guys, I have finished 3 books. So I thought I would take this time while I was waiting for my husband to chat up some books with you guys and let you know what I'm currently reading. So the first book that I finished since the last time I talked to you guys was actually the Sweet Valley Twins book, The New Girl. I ended up giving that book 3 stars. The covers, of course, I will pop up here. Pretty much what happened was I finished this one on Wednesday night because I hadn't finished reading anything since Sunday. I think late Saturday, maybe early Sunday. I can't remember. So that was the last time I finished a book, and I was kind of like, I really want to finish something because I felt like I'd been reading the one book I've been reading for a while. So Wednesday night, I ended up picking up the Sweet Valley Twins book, and I started and finished it in like an hour. Like, they take no time to read at all. And it was fun. It was about this new girl in school who's a bit of a mean girl, if you will. She's not a bully per se, but just like a mean girl. And, well, I guess she is a bully in a way. And to trick her, Elizabeth and Jessica, the twins, they pretend that they actually have a triplet and kind of trick her that way. And then, of course, it's revealed why she's the way she is and blah, blah, blah. It was a fun little story. I mean, it was a 3-star. I read it in an hour, and it was just exactly what I needed to finish a book. Do you know what I mean? To kind of like, I felt, not that I was falling into a slump, but that I just wanted to finish something. So on Thursday, after work, I ended up having to go out. I was supposed to host a live reading sprint on Thursday. I ended up having to cancel because I had to go out. It was, we had the storm the day before. The drive home was a bit slower. It was a whole thing. So anyway, on Thursday, though, on my lunch break at work, I finished reading, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on the title. Something About a Rake by Laura Temple. The cover will be up here. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's a Harlequin historical. I gave this book 4 stars. I really liked it. It was set in Venice, which is something that you don't see very often. I believe it started in the 1820s. Yeah, it was 1822, because I remember when I started the book, I was like, oh, that was like 200 years ago or something like that, like almost to the day, like 1822 to 1922 to 2022 from last year, I guess. But anyway, so this one was set in Venice, and it's about our main character named Phoebe, and our male lead's name is Dominic, and you kind of know right from the beginning that she's a spy. She works for the Foreign Office, and you don't know anything about him. He's a rake, he's a drunkard, he's a, not the most upstanding guy, but him and Phoebe strike up a friendship, which then becomes some sort of a romance. And I kept reading, it took me a while to get through, but again, it wasn't the fault of the book. It was definitely because it was just, I by the time nighttime came, I finished work at 7, and I would be like ready for bed at 8:30. I'm not even kidding. It was crazy. But anyway, back to the book. So you keep reading because you want to find out exactly what is going on with him. And I really enjoyed this one, guys. Like I said, 4 stars. It was a really interesting book. I really liked the setting of Venice. I think that's what really set this one for me, was definitely the setting of this book. Really kind of took it from being just your standard, I guess, Regency type romance to being something just a little bit more. A very exotic setting, like they're kind of outside of the rules of typical society. They go to a lot of these like casinos and, you know, stuff like, the propriety is a little bit different too for male and female relations. And yeah, I really, really like this one. And then, so I finished that Thursday night. So on Friday, I went into the office and I was the only one in my department in the office that day, yesterday. And it was quiet, the first time in the week that it had been quiet. I mean, I had some phone calls and stuff like that, but generally, you know, I had done everything that I needed to do, kind of an idea. So I actually started and finished a book yesterday. It wasn't terribly long, it was like 240 pages or something, but I finished reading A Dog Called Valentine by Roxanne Snopek. So this is a standalone novel. It was adorable. So I talked about this one in my my weekly reading, whatever, like that came out last Friday. And essentially it's about a dog named Valentine who is abandoned at a shelter, like he's given back to a shelter. He had several homes. He was originally bought as a Valentine Day gift from a guy to his girl, and then they broke up and she essentially just dropped the dog off at a shelter. And then the dog kind of went from home to home, but he had never properly been trained. So he's this big, happy, exuberant dog who had no training. And people would adopt him and be like, well, he's a bad dog. He's not, you know, listening. He's not doing what dogs are supposed to do because nobody took the time to train him. So anyway, our female lead, who's Lily, her name's Lily, she fosters him, and she's training him. And then one day the dog gets away from her and they are at this park and they meet this guy by the name of Shane. And what I loved about this book, you guys, it was set in British Columbia. And our male lead, Shane, is actually a former RCMP officer, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. He had something happen to him. I don't want to give it away because you find out as you're reading the book. He did suffer like a career-ending injury, but he worked with a dog, like a canine officer kind of an idea. And I'm not going to give away what happened, but he clearly knows about training dogs. So Valentine kind of brings these two people together, and it was so cute and so sweet. So Roxanne Snopek, she writes sweet romances. There is some discussion about like, what can I say here? Some thoughts that the characters have, like pretty tame thoughts, but still thoughts, but nothing is acted upon. The most you're going to get in this book is a kiss. A couple of them, I think. But really, that's about it. Like, it's a very sweet romance. I really liked it a lot, you guys. I gave this one 4 stars as well. This book did make me cry. There's a couple scenes in this book that made me, I mean, I wasn't sobbing, but it definitely brought tears to my eyes. And mostly the stuff in relation to the dogs. Let's be realistic. I don't cry over romances per se. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one as well. I highly recommend that you give it a read. It was well worth it. So yeah. But anyway, guys, that is it. I'm going to end the vlog here because nothing else interesting is going to happen today. Videos for this week. So it is Saturday. It's later on Saturday. You will have noticed that I did not put a Saturday video up yesterday as of me filming this today. Just because I'm out. I'm not going to get home till later. There's reading sprints that I really want to do. And I've been out all morning. I just want to relax this weekend. So I am going to do some filming tomorrow though. So that's done for the week. So coming up this week, I do have a book haul from the library, a library haul, if you will. And I have a quick little a discussion video about a couple of readathons that are happening this February, or this month actually, next month, in just a few days. I'll be doing that video on Thursday, and then Friday will be my weekly reading plans. And I've really been enjoying doing those weekly reading plans, guys. I am loving it. So to talk about what am I reading next? So there are 2 books that I did not get to from my reading plans for this week. A Doomful of Sugar by Catherine Byrne, and The Bad Boy of Butterfly Harbor by, I think it was Anna J. Stewart. So neither one of those I got to. They got added to my list of books I didn't get to. But I am going to start reading next week's books, and I'm going to start actually with Nancy Drew. The Secret, or The Clue in the Jewel Box. I can't remember exactly what it's called. But Lee over at Dark Roots Creations, she commented on that video. She's like, that is the creepiest cover. Like, it really is. Now that you've said it, it's pretty creepy. But I've decided that I want to try reading these throwback books, or, you know, like my Babysitter's Sweet Valley, Nancy Drew books, on the weekends. So that way, because they generally don't take me more than a day, I can probably start it and finish it, and then I can feel like I've accomplished something on the weekends in regards to reading. So that's kind of my goal. But yeah, I'll be starting there, and I'm probably going to be starting a library book too. I just haven't decided which one yet. So anyway, guys, it is about 20 to 1. I need to go and pick up my husband. So thank you for keeping me company here in the car. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys. Sorry, I just have to add this at the very end because I thought it was kind of funny. So sitting across from me, facing me, were another couple in a car. And when I waved, I kind of tried to do it low so like you guys couldn't see me doing it. The people across the way waved back at me. The joy of filming in public, right, my friends? Anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.